Welcome back, Kingsmen. Today I have a very awesome battle, which was already done by PopeJohnPaul, but this is for my stream, and this is the Battle of Austerlitz, and I'm going to actually do slow motion for a second. So this battle we did kind of as the anniversary special because December 2nd was the anniversary. I think it was someone said it was like 218-year-old battle. I'm probably giving that date a little bit wrong, but we got it on my stream, and I wanted to show you guys a more tactical view of this battle. Now, PopeJohnPaul, like I said, was playing in it, and he did a overview of the battle as well. I'm going to be kind of doing more zoomed out so you can see more of the strategic side. If you want to get a little more up close and personal, PopeJohnPaul's video is the one to do. I will post that in the description of my video so you guys can go check that out. Give some support to his channel as well. So just a little bit, I'm going to do regular speed now, a little bit about the battle. It was called the Battle of the Three Emperors. It was the most important decisive engagement of Napoleon's campaign. It was regarded as probably one of his greatest victories of his entire career. It was obviously fought by three emperors. You had Austria, Russia, and of course Napoleon from France, fought near the town of Austerlitz in the Austrian Empire, kind of more in the Czech Republic today. It was during the Third Coalition, War of the Third Coalition, brought to an end very, very fast, caused the Treaty of Pressburg to be signed by the Austrians later that month because of that victory. Now, there is a battle that we did earlier, which I'm totally spacing. We did it a little bit earlier, and that's what kind of led up to this battle. It was a tactical masterpiece, is what most historians call it. Tactical masterpiece, guys. And today we are going to try and recreate history, but we are playing as Austria and Russia. So we're trying to beat this. Now, we do have two, as you can see, gosh, I'm not even going to try to say that. So we have two of these guys, as you can tell, two of those cores. We have, where is he? Bagration, see, I got that one, and then Constantine, whatever. So to the larger factions, I am bringing this army right here, guys. This hunk of Russian Austrian flesh. I mean, look at this army. This is a more elite army. Not elite as in like really good units, but it's the best regiment units I can bring. I decided to split them off, and then of course I have some lights grenadiers, the Deutschland Grenadiers. This is more the Austrian side, more Russian. And of course I brought a Cuirassier unit, and then two Dragoon units, a 3-pounder and a 6-pounder. Oxbridge, he's going to be bringing a more elite army of really good life guard on the flank. Of course, bringing up some cav. As you can see, France is advancing now. True to history, we did have more troops by far than the French did. By far, but France tricked a massive Austrian-Russian army to attack them. France tricked them into advancing to attack them, which is kind of what we do a little bit. As you can see, Ally Pope is over here. This is Pope. He's going to be trying to take this hill, setting up on the left flank. We're deciding that we're going to be pushing on the right. The right is where we're going to focus. Already we got some Cav Hussars who are going to be running away as they're going to get charged by some Lancers, possibly. Artillery already shooting, getting some kills on some Dragoons. Going to weaken them a little bit, cause them to waver a little bit, and then go in for a Cav charge. Now, I think France decides to get out of there at the last second. Actually, I think everybody decides to just part ways, kind of scaring them off. We're starting to see France over here already. Some Tirailleurs, oh man, I butchered that, I know that already. Some Chasseurs Cheval as well are going to be moving up here. Oxbridge setting up his guard, his artillery as well, because of horse artillery that moved up really fast, doing the damage to this horse unit. Wow, Kingston, really? Horse unit? That's the best you can do. And like I said, we have Pope over here. He's taking this field, setting up some horse artillery already. Really good horse artillery, can limber up really fast. He also has his 6-pounder sitting up on this hill with some cheaper infantry, but kind of just making sure he's going to hold that hill just in case they push. But like I said, guys, France is obviously pushing. We got a Cav charge here. Oxbridge's infantry, Cav got charged, but this is some epic infantry. I said I wasn't going to zoom in. I just can't help it, guys. It's in my blood. So he breaks 2 cav units, and then he falls back immediately. Doing an excellent job not losing a single cav unit. Epic. Just freaking epic. Over here, we are still setting up. I have decided the mass of infantry is going to push on the left side of this town. Over here, I have my artillery starting to set up. My dragoons are just going to be kind of sitting back. Chevaliers and dragoons are going to be sitting back, watching my artillery, making sure it doesn't get charged. Because this French cav is being very aggressive. Here we got some cav who's going to be pushing up, possibly going in for some more cav engagements, but maybe they're going to get charged instead. We have some hussars and dragoons going in, but I think actually the Russians are going to be like, yeah, no, we are going to fall back a little bit. We don't need to take this. Over here, still France pushing up, and this is where France had its biggest army, I believe. Or they had some guys shipped over to help them. But they set up over there, and of course over here we got some cav now who's going to be going in for a cav charge. We got some hussars fighting some dragoons here, some Russian dragoons. But here we go, guys, another cav engagement from dragoons going against some more hussars or some lancers. Unfortunately, Russia is starting to break a little bit here. So is France. But look at that instant breakage to these dragoons from France. This is Jean-Baptiste. Actually, this is a general. He has, actually, I remember now, he has an attack of 27, guys. 27 attack. It is crazy. So he is obviously going to do well. He's breaking so many cav units. It was crazy. We were like, what? You know, just, that's exactly how we said it too. What? Over here, his artillery, Oxbridge's artillery, is just doing so much damage. Just knocking the French back, and the French are going to fall back now. Over here, we saw that France was pushing up, threatening to flank Oxbridge's army. So, of course, I'm going to send over, you know, my Grenadiers, my Deutschland Grenadiers line. I have some light infantry as well, but I loved this force. It was just, as you can see, just pushing them up. I have some Kingston units. You have to bring this unit. It's just a no-brainer. You know, artillery still firing. Bagration's artillery firing, trying to get some shots on this cav. Over here, still haven't seen a bunch. He was going to try to hold this hill, but he's not really over on this side. We were just thinking that they would focus over here. So, that's why. Did push these cav up. I finally set my artillery up because, guys, I have perfect targets. I saw the infantry over here. This is 7 guns. The one thing that France did not have, it was a big disadvantage for them, guys. I wish they had more artillery, because they had limited amounts of artillery. I'm not sure why. Something was messed up there, in my opinion. They should have more artillery, because, I mean, Napoleon, he was an artillery officer before he was anything else. I mean, that's how he got his name. He shut down a revolution of sorts with some artillery. But, I know there's infantry here, guys. You can see they're starting to appear here. Also, I think these hussars were thinking of trying to take out my artillery, but then they definitely see my horses, my chevaliers, who are going to be like, yeah, no, not today. You're not going to take out my guns. These guns are going to survive. Now, also, some horse artillery setting up even closer, guys, trying to get really close and personal, as we got this line infantry from France advancing. Now, they are going to get shelled a little bit as I'm trying to weaken them. I'm also thinking of trying to go for some cav. We want to get rid of these hussars. Over here we got more Chasseur Cheval advancing against Oxbridge. And Oxbridge, he has a couple units of cav. This is some really good cav, guys. Some Lancers and some Hussars. I should have sent more cav to support, to be honest. I really should have. Sorry, Oxbridge. I should have supported you more. But over here, I am now starting to get my men in line of battle. You know, I'm just like, you know, we gotta push on this center. We can surround this French unit. I have some elite units who are already forming up. This cav's getting charged by these Grenadier Immortals. Wow. Really good unit. It's a really small unit, but it looks really good. Instead, they're gonna get charged by some Lancers. Nope, they're running away. Running away. So here we have the province infantry, and I believe I just started trying to just feel them out. I'm like, okay, let's kill some French today. They aren't gonna win this battle. Over here we got some really good units of French infantry starting to line up to take on Oxbridge. Oxbridge is reforming. I've set up my infantry here. I got a general here, a Grenadiers unit, 178 men. Have some men that can form squares, some Grenadiers. And lights, of course. I have my reserve. Actually, my general's right here. My bad, I'm sorry. Nikolai Leiters, whatever it is. Also, still advancing over here. Chain, he's right here. He's migration. He's right next to me. He was telling me just push along this river. I'll support you. Just push along this river. Try to catch the French out. As the French are massing up here, they have a lot of cav. Grenadier Cheval, which I started focusing down with my artillery as much as possible. But I began to yell at. I began to like try warning Oxbridge. If you watch the stream, you'll hear me. I'm like, Oxbridge, watch out, watch out. These Grenadier Cheval are coming. Form square or something. But then, of course, they got scared off. They also have some artillery here, guys. Some 4-pounders, sorry, who are going to start shooting, I think, at cav. Over here, I think Pope all of a sudden realizes the French are pulling up a whole army here, and he's in danger of being outflanked, but not a whole lot going over there yet. Oh no, I did it again. Went into the ground, not a minor. So we're looking to have a massive brawl over here. Of course, over here, I still haven't seen a whole lot. There is artillery waiting for me, and they're going to be setting up here, guys. Going for some infantry, I believe. Or some cav, I'm not actually sure. But I'm moving up here, and here goes the Dragoons going for me. Now, thankfully, I had some guys who could form square. These musketeer, I don't know how to say that. I formed square just in time, guys, and totally destroyed this cav unit, thankfully. And that, once again, was my ally. Having your ally that can give you good callouts, Chain's like, hey, you're about to get charged, and I immediately went and hit square. The communication, guys, is crucial in an NTW3 battle, and I think we did an excellent job of communicating. Like I said, shout out to Chain. He's a really good player, was on NPL for a while, and he just has some really good callouts. Now, we have some cav here, some Guard Imperial going for some infantry who could not form square. That's going to be a problem. But over here, guys, it's, like I said, it's fixing to be a brawl over here already. We have Oxbridge engaging this French infantry. We have a problem, though. We have a lot of cav, some hussars, seeking to get up on this left flank here. And Oxbridge does have a lot. He has good infantry, does have a lot. Over here, I'm starting to get engaged against 4 units of French infantry. Now I have a lot more and a lot more reserve, and I'm going to double stack them to increase the morale. Over here, it looks like Migration Chain has engaged, or is about to start engaging some line infantry, some Grenadiers. Oh my goodness, these are really good units. Over here, it looks like PopeJohnPaul, or I'll just say Pope. He is kind of trying to hold, but I think he's going to probably have to fall back, is what he was saying. He was saying, I'm going to have to fall back, guys. There's too much going on here. There's too much showing up. I'll try to hold the village. We were like, just hold until we can deal with this, because this is ridiculous. Over here, Migration, starting to have a little casualties, definitely outnumbered on this flank. I'm in risk of getting outflanked, so he's going to have to try to hold. Over here, we are now getting this line battle engaged. Have my men in the back line to buffer that morale. Over here, we got cav now going in, so I sent in my Chevaliers to help support Oxbridge, as we can definitely win on this flank if we kill his cav immediately. Now, you can see Oxbridge is definitely going to be getting hit. Now, this is not something I would advise doing with France. France gets such good morale, you can do a whole line. You don't need to double stack your infantry like I do. My infantry definitely got hit hard, but guys, I have this artillery sitting right on the flank. I have free reign. I think I'm focusing on this infantry right here, slaughtering them, trying to kill as many as possible. I begin to advance. These Grenadiers Cheval are on my flank, though, guys, and they were definitely becoming a problem, as was this artillery, guys. This artillery was starting to definitely pound me into submission. Over here, it looks like they're getting charged by some more cav. Chain is kind of getting the hurt put on, trying to hold the center with barely any men. He was basically saying, defend your side. Over here, Pope is going to be on the defensive as French are advancing. But let's not forget where the heat of this battle is, because this is where it really began to heat up. We started winning over here. I broke some infantry, some line infantry from France, and then pulled my Chevaliers back. Chain had the general buff to keep his guys from breaking. I have my Cuirassiers who are ready to meet this cav here. Probably the best cav play I think I've ever had. but I suck at playing with Cav. So over here, I am starting to suffer a little bit, guys. These guys are dying pretty fast, but I do have the advantage in numbers. I have reserves, and I'm not really being hit right now. Now we have some cuirassiers who are hopefully going to engage this French cavalry and kill them. Over here we have some artillery who got broken by a French cav charge, and Pope's probably going to have to start falling back. He's getting overwhelmed there. Now we have some more cav from Shane going in, trying to defeat the center, and what he said was, hey, while they're attacking, I was like, you know what? If you're going to go in, I'm going to send some units and bayonet charge, press the initiative. I have my Chevaliers that I'm going to throw in, attack these cuirassiers.
Our men are running.
And I did lose my units here, but, you know, we're going to try hold. Over here is where our cav started running amok. Migration sent over his massive cav unit. I do bayonet charge because that's what you want to do. You want to do bayonet charge on a square, guys, because they do not do well against infantry when they're in square formation. And here we go, guys. We're starting to push over here. Cav going in, taking on lawns. I am starting to break over here. This is concerning, but I'm trying to form even more and then try to just at least take on this unit.
Our men are running.
Over here, guys, this is not looking the greatest. I'm starting to break, but I'm trying to reinforce. I think Migration also threw in some infantry over here. But I'm just trying to push up my reserves now. I have my heavy cuirassiers. Austria still trying to hold this flank. He did an excellent job of holding, keeping this infantry from interfering. And I just get this cav ready. Guys, this center, we can break it with chain throwing in his cav. Has some infantry who are shooting over here as well. Pope's still engaging over here, kind of falling back at this point. He did not want to get overextended. I am in risk of getting flanked over here, but here goes the heavy cuirassier cav. I'm going to throw them in. They don't have very much. They have artillery here, which may get some shots off, possibly, but not before I hit them, guys. And this is where it got juicy. I just hit this, and it hits the infantry behind it as well. And at this point, France is in a bind. They are being hit from every side. They did form square, unfortunately. So my cuirassiers, I probably take them out. But over here, guys, look at this. I am breaking over here a little bit, but I am holding over here. In fact, my Russians are going to do well against a bayonet charge from France, and we are pushing on the flank. Actually, this is Chain's infantry pushing on the flank. I'm going to pull my cuirassiers back, and I'm just going to hold this line. We are breaking the French over here. I'm throwing in all my infantry. I'm falling back also because I'm getting flanked by some more infantry from this Grand Army. So I'm kind of reforming a little bit because I don't want to let them break through here, of course. We got more cav, of course, holding. I follow my cav back to rest them, guys. We don't want to lose that cav. Shane's still trying to hold this line here. I did, I think, form a square and tell him, hey, if you want to pull back, I have a square that he probably could, you know, be pulled back into. My artillery, I'm reforming, guys, because I want to hit this infantry over here. Now, over here, he is starting to... I will cover this side. Sorry, guys. PopeJohnPaul does a better job of covering this side. But he is struggling here, trying to always get bayonet charge, cav charge constantly. He was doing an excellent job of holding this whole army back, though, guys. That was all he had to do, was hold them. Not die, hold them, because we are winning. We're doing an excellent job of winning over here. We still have an army over here. Got some grenadiers. Oxbridge still holding over here, and actually doing an excellent job of holding. There's only 4 against his 5 or 6 plus mine. Forming up here. We got some calves still in the back lines, but I think we just form up some units and start pouring in some volleys on this Grenadier Cheval, and they lose it. An excellent job of that. We have some bayonet charges going in, but we repel them easily, thankfully. And we're trying not to get outflanked. We're just trying to hold this line and defeat them over here. Got some more cav now going in for some dragoons as I keep pushing up here, trying to destroy this side. And like I said, if you guys want to see how this fight did go, watch Pope John's video. He covers this side in more detail than I probably will. But like I said, he began to fall back as he began to break. And we're on 2 sides of the map, guys. I, at this point, decide to fall back. I have my guns setting up. I can shell this army into submission. We have defeated them for the most part over here. Chain's trying to get his I'm trying to get my dragoons out of here. They're going to get charged in the back, unfortunately. Over here, we are starting to defeat this army. Oxbridge is wrecking this French line. They are just dying so fast. And Oxbridge is utilizing the column formation, which means his infantry are going to hold a lot longer than this infantry, who is in longer lines. Longer lines, more firepower, but your morale is going to stink. For instance, these guys, morale is going to be worse off, but they all have better firepower. So, you gotta decide what's more important to you. Some French cav, actually Jean-Baptiste going in for a cav charge, trying to slow down my retreating units. I do have Bagration Chain sitting over here on the flank. I was hoping maybe he would be like, I'm going to attack, and then I would go and attack as well, but, who needs that? We were winning. We definitely were winning over here. And we just need to crush this small army right here, which we're easily doing. Attacking the flank, I think I threw in my dragoons just to try to kind of impede this whole square. And then, of course, I should have gone for this unit. I should have gone for this artillery. That would have saved me so many men. At this point, they fall back. I'm falling back. I'm unlimbering my artillery. Pope is like, I'm doing okay, guys. I am falling back to this village, but I'm holding. He had some cav who was just harassing him like crazy, so he kept up to form square, trying to defend his artillery base as well. And just holding back this French army. I mean, he had a tough cookie. We were all three together against two French armies, plus an extra one showed up after the fact.
Our men are running, sir.
But over here, like I said, guys, we are definitely starting to win. I think we started having a little bit of breakage, though. Our units were starting to get hurt pretty badly, and we start having a mass breakage, guys. The chain route, and we began to get very concerned. I just lost 3 units all at once. Thankfully, Oxbridge's units are elite. So elite that they held, even when my guys broke. So, of course, the French decided to go for a bayonet charge on both sides. I'm worried. I'm like, oh, I'm starting to break over here. These grenadiers are going in, or they're going to break my grenadiers. So I'm a little concerned here. I still have part of my army over here, and this is the better army for sure.
Our men are running, sir.
Oxbridge falls back. I fell back because we were getting really concerned here, guys. We were getting pushed really hard on this flank. So I have to do a bayonet charge because I'm starting to lose all my units. Over here, of course, you can see my artillery is just pounding these grenadiers into submission. Chain also trying to hold this flank here. Over here, like I said, Pope fell back, and France should have pushed this advantage, or they should have swung around the flank.
Our men are running.
Isolating yourself is not going to win, especially if your ally over here is not winning. But France at this point does not have enough men. Oxbridge is coming over to help me out. France maybe, I think, was trying to focus me down because I had so much breakage. But it's not going to work out well for them, unfortunately. I have artillery, of course, who also is starting to just, like I said, whittle down this unit. I'm hitting these guys in the flank. These guys are not going to do well against 3 units of, that's the greatest line of infantry, I guess, but it's 3 versus 1. Listen, my artillery is doing some work against these guys. Over here, we kind of see this. France is forming in between both of us, so I send a bayonet charge with my infantry, and then I have my cuirassiers, who I just send in to do the work. God's work, right? Against France. We go in and we start just destroying them. There's a lot of them, but they're really weak. They're really hurting. This is where we can break them, guys. Oh gosh, okay. Here we go. Ready? Ready for this epic looking battle. Look at that. We got some grenadiers who are holding against some cuirassiers. Not even forming square. These guys are so badass. They're not even forming square and they're still fighting. Still holding. But at this point, actually Oxford started losing some units over here, but he held it together. He had his general right there, Romanov. I had my general right over here, and what do you guys got to tell me how to pronounce this? I do not remember how to pronounce that. Oh yeah, I still have some units. I was worried about his cav coming around the flanks, so I run my guys to conform square over here. And he's starting to advance maybe for this LOC, which we got concerned about. I'm still trying to shoot these guys to pieces with my artillery, which I'm doing an excellent job of. But I'm starting to move my infantry over here. Maybe he's going to take the LOC, and that could be a problem. My cav is starting to break this whole French army, and finally Soult himself goes in to fight against my cav. Over here, his artillery was really beginning to hurt me, so I think in a little bit here, once these guys move behind the buildings, I focus down this artillery. I'm like, get it off the battlefield, get it gone. So we have broken this side, guys. Look at the slaughter on this side of Austerlitz. The artillery here, we got just a total slaughter. Just utter destruction. Over here, like I said, guys, I'm still trying to whittle down this one French army. Doing all that I can, and props to the French player. Like I said, they didn't have very much artillery. I think it's the only artillery that they had on this side. So we have the artillery advantage. Over here, Pope finally has decided just to fall back with us. We can meet up, destroy this last French army, and then take on this other French army. We were worried about them taking the LC at first, but Shane was like, if they do, we'll just take it. We have plenty of time. The battle's not even halfway over, guys. He's at 34 minutes. So we are doing
This building has
just
fallen
fine.
to the enemy.
Bagration, he's moving up his horse artillery. I moved up my 3-pounders, and I was like, you know what? Let's get him out of the way. Unfortunately, I'm still getting fired upon. He's going for some cav, probably some infantry. Oh my goodness, these poor guard. This poor guard. The poor guard. Oh my goodness. Look at this carnage, guys. Look at that carnage. I've never seen so many dead units. Oh my gosh. Could you imagine the stench from that? But anyway, I start with my artillery, and guys, he just goes for it. And when it's limbered up, guys, you don't want this. If it's limbered
Our
up,
men are running,
you're
sir.
gonna hit it so easily. If it's down like this, it's not gonna get hit. And that's when I'm like, okay, I'm taking revenge. I'm starting to focus down this artillery. I got nothing else to shoot at anyway. France still has taken this. France is probably gonna start pushing here as Pope is gonna form up as a rear guard to kind of make sure they don't attack us while we're engaging this last French army. And look at the gall of this Russian artillery. They're setting up so close to these French units. It's just like they have the freaking brass. So you know what? This grenadier unit is like, you know what? We don't care. We're gonna attack them anyway. They're getting so close, we will definitely murder them. Right now we're just letting our units rest up. My artillery came back thankfully, so I put them up on this hill. Cav going in for this general. Oh my goodness, 30 is shot to pieces. Yikes. That's actually going to break this cav unit. Jean-Baptiste victorious once again. So we're, like I said, guys, we're just moving up. I am focusing on this artillery. I destroy this artillery piece. Thankfully, they go away. They do come back, but I kill them again. So no fear. But look at this. This is the best part, guys. These guys are going for it. He puts barrage ability on with the canister. You have got to see the slaughter that is these guys. Look at that. It is unreal how many of those guys just died in one artillery blast. And these guys get away. Look at this. That's all from one artillery piece. That is crazy. I was like, no way. I thought he was going to take it. But instead, Jean-Baptiste is now trying to do nothing. Alright, so I'm going to fast forward here because nothing happens. For a little while, France kind of just mobilizes towards the LOC, tries to hold it. And I try to shell it into submission, which of course takes a long
We
time.
have killed their general, sir.
But you
Now
can
they
damage
must
it a little
stray.
bit. And in the process, you can sometimes kill some of the men that are in it. So that's what I was doing. I was like, you know what? If anything, I'll damage, poke some holes in it. That'll make it easier for us to attack it. But over here, we got some more artillery here. And then we have horse artillery right here. some horse artillery right here, and they're going to start shooting as these guys are sitting crossways, which is just sad. This guard just gets shot to pieces, guys. It is just sad for them. The Battle of Austerlitz obviously not working out in their favor. The Battle of Austerlitz is a total win. And I think he begins to realize that he's just going to get shot to pieces here. He's getting shot by some skirmishers at close range. And his artillery is just blasting these guys. And at this point, it's over. Oh, my bad. So Pope just started engaging these guys. He says, you know what, this is all that's left. I can fight them. You guys take on these 4 units that are left. I have my cuirassiers. But I'm like, you know what? Look at this. These guys are just sitting out in the street. They don't know what they're doing anymore. Let's just end this now. You know? We can end this. And so I do. With style, guys. Oh my goodness, they slaughtered my men. Oh, he blocked it. Oh no. Come on, do it. Oh no, he died. But anyway, they're starting to run. We've won this very easily. PopeJohnPaul is just sitting here doing standing line battle. Now at this point, you know, once you know the battle's over, you know it's over. You can tell. This cav unit went for some artillery from Pope's 3-pounder, but I think it gets punched by artillery. And it just breaks them instantly. And they gone. So all that's left, guys, is this one French army. And this battle was a lot of fun. Now, like I said, guys, the French had some disadvantages, but that was realistic to the time. So they were good sports about it. They did a good job. Some of their artillery even, I think, got stuck on a house or something like that. But it was just fun to play. And at this point, I think he does a bayonet charge. Just, you know what, end the battle in style, like I said. End it in style. And then I told Pope, I was like, hey, dude, just charge him. He's bayonet charging you. You just bayonet charge him, you know? Just do it. Dang, look at the flash and muskets. Muskets everywhere.
Our men are running.
Oh yeah, my ally killed my cuirassiers with their artillery. I was like, I can't believe you've done this. And to add insult to injury, they died. Now, some French units did come back, but I have a 3-pounder sitting here that just wants some more kills. I'm like, you know what? I want some more kills. So let's do this. So these guys are running up here. I feel kind of bad for them.
We have killed their general, sir. Now they must pray.
I think I just wrecked them, and Pope's infantry over here, Johann, you know, whatever his name is, just destroys the other unit. Didn't notice him at first, but he did some damage, of course. Come on, I just want to see the artillery kill. Just want to see the artillery just blast. He does shoot at my general, but of course, I start just hitting him with everything I got with my artillery. Hey, the flag bearer is still alive. Which way are they facing? Oh, it's just terrible. So like I said, these infantry start advancing, start shooting them. And these guys don't know where to go. Who to fire at. I do think I sent my general links. I'm like, you know what? He's done nothing really. I mean, these poor guys just get blasted into oblivion. And this artillery over here is just blasting these guys. Dude, the artillery kills, guys. The artillery kills were unreal. But I didn't need my general. These guys break. And that is the battle. So good, well played on all factions. It was a tough one, as I believe Fat Nose Midget was the one on the far left. He took on all three of us. He took on Earl, Oxbridge, Kingston, and Chainmail. We took them all on. You see, I got not the most kills. That was him because he took on all three of us. I brought 3,000 men, basically. So basically, half of one French army I brought. But it was fun. I mean, I didn't have all the greatest units. I'm kind of curious who got the most kills. 200. Wow, these cuirassiers got 201 kills. 133 with this infantry unit. Some of these Austrian units are really good. My artillery, I don't think he got that many kills, actually. 1650. But it was a fun battle, guys, and there will be more battles to come. I mean, every anniversary battle I will be putting that we know of. If you have any that we don't do, you know, let me know, and I'll do them next year. Because next year I'm planning on doing... I'm actually going to probably use NE next year for the anniversary battles, all of them. And just go in order starting from January on. So look forward to that. That'll be awesome. Really enjoy making these battles. I enjoy streaming. I appreciate the support on those as well, guys. I'm sorry for the decreased amount of videos. I have a new work schedule, which means I'm going to be working a little bit more. I'm only going to be able to upload 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Of course, and I stream on Saturdays, so up 2 uploads in a stream. So I appreciate you guys sticking with me, even with the decreased amount of content. I promise I'm not going to stop, and if I do stop, I will tell you all. You know, if life happens, and yeah. But as for right now, guys, I'm going to continue plugging away. I love doing this. So thank you guys so much. You guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and I will catch you all in another video.